Hey, everybody, catch me on the road. Phoenix, Arizona, May 3rd and 4th. Rochester, New York, May 8th and 10th. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Philly Punchline. Let's go. May 16th and 17th. And then I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, May 22nd. Atlanta, Helium, May 23rd, 24th. And then I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, all over, Tacoma, Spokane, ianfidance.com, punchup.live/Jordan Jensen for all her dates. And we'll see you out on the road. Come say what's up. Bye.
Telling jokes and having smokes, riding bikes all through the night. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian. Coffee ice no matter what. Now you know he likes it in the butt. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian, being Ian. And life is shit, but you're positive. Let's find out what it's like to live a life being Ian, being Ian.
With Jordan. My guy speaks when I come home and they meow. I go, row. I go, say hello. And then they go, row, row. I go, did you miss me? And they go, row. And I go, you're right. I did lose weight.
That's so nice.
Blow the horn.
I do the opposite. I'm sitting with Courtney. I'm like, what's that? And I was like, I'm not a failure. What the? Half hour was 7 years ago?
Oh, my God.
I still have time. My dick does get hard sometimes. What do you? I'm like, why is the dog talking to me like this? And she's like, what do you? I just air out everything I hate about myself through the dog as a bit to my wife. And she
I don't need a toupee.
She doesn't listen or care. Don't bring up the hair. God damn it.
I've been watching toupee installations nonstop on Instagram.
What?
Blow the horn. Baruch Hashem, yum yum, inshallah. God bless to all. Welcome back to another episode of Bein Ian with Jordan. ianfidance.com for all my dates. I'm on the road coming your way. Punchup.live/Jordan Jensen for all her dates. Do you have a headache?
No.
Patreon.com/BDMpod. Join. The bonus episodes are fun. Do you have anything to say, Coyote?
She said, how dare you?
Why would you do that?
How dare you?
My butthole is not in the mood to speak right now.
That's assault. That's assault.
That's assault, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, I first and foremost would like to check in with my BFF.
I'll check in.
Glenn, how are you?
Oh.
How are you, Jordan?
Did that really hurt your feelings? Good.
I want to be Ian's best friend.
Clip it and repeat it always.
And rip it.
You can be.
Um,
Is this comfortable?
I am good. There was a cellar party last night. That was fun.
I ate so much food.
It was very overwhelming because the food was mixed with the music. That was the issue. If you
The
guys
music
didn't
was
notice.
loud. The food was too heavy for how loud the music was.
Yes.
It's funny
You
because
can't have like dubstep and a pasta
As
dinner.
the night-
You need some acoustic
as
music
the
and pasta.
night goes
Finger
on,
foods and dubstep.
as the night goes on and gets darker outside,
I've
as
noticed that.
does
I've noticed
the
that.
grouping at the party.
Oh my God, Ian.
Yes.
Well, some
But
of us
only
like that.
downstairs.
Only
It wasn't. There was
downstairs.
a
I got
corner that was intimidating, and I knew the one white guy sitting, and I went to say hi, and then it was awkward. I just had to shake all these very cool black dudes' hands. Hey, I had to
And
go
that's
around.
where all the
I
burgers
was like,
were.
I'm sorry I didn't do this.
All
I'm
the
sorry.
burgers were behind.
No, I didn't eat food. I
7th
don't.
Street burgers were behind.
They were though.
Right? And I had to shake every cent, and I was like, they didn't want it, and I didn't want to do it, but I was already there.
The hand was out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people. I ate some shrimp that was warm.
I did that too. I didn't know it was there. I was leaving and I saw the shrimp and I said, I'm staying.
I know. I wish I had seen the shrimp the whole time.
They
'cause
were
it was
hiding
quite
it
warm.
from us.
Couldn't find water the whole time. Was basically having a panic attack because I needed water. Then realized I brought a water bottle, but only realized it when I was in the Uber.
Did not drink
Wow.
the water.
Got sexually harassed by a woman.
By who?
Yes.
By a small.
Fucking tuck it back and hit him.
Tuck what
was the
back?
gir-
I'll tuck it
Oh,
back
yeah.
and hurt someone
Okay,
for
okay.
you.
Oh, all right.
Who was
Got
the
it.
woman?
just some girl at the cellar. I don't know if she works there or what, but she was
Who
just
was
like,
that?
she was like, "Can I buy you a drink?" And I was like, "No, no." And she's
What
like,
a
"I have
bitch.
such a crush on you."
Can't stand
I'll
that.
fucking
Women
kill
are
her.
scary.
Can't stand that shit.
I know women are scary.
They are men. They go, "Can I buy your drink?" You go, "No," and they go, "Okay." Women go, and you're like, "Don't do that tongue thing at me." And they go,
Yes.
and you go, "Please put it back in your mouth." And they go,
Yes.
"Yeah." And when they
they're
do that,
women
it's
aren't
over.
used to being told no or
Rejection.
and they're very scary. I've been in like at least 3 relationships where I just got bullied into it.
Yeah.
And then like
You're
a year and a half
bullyable.
later, I'm like, I don't think I like this. And they're yelling at me and they hate me and they're whipping bottles
And they're
at
like,
me.
"Yes,
and then
you
I break
do."
up with them. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so women are
I'll
scary.
be with a gal, and then and they'll be like, "I love the little dollop on your hair, and how you have such a big forehead." And then I'll break it off, and they'll be like, "Men ain't shit with their hairlines."
Yeah.
You liked it.
I've seen a lot
They'll
of.
use what they loved against you.
I've seen my ex doing talking about being a karaoke star a lot. I didn't know this was something that attracted her to me, but she's really gone hard against karaoke. I'll see some like tweets that are so anti karaoke from like a deep personal place. And I'm like, this ain't about the karaoke. I don't think this is about this thing. This is about me.
Karaoke fundamentally robs artists of their jobs.
I don't know.
She's
It's-
just traumatized from you being like, "I'm a man."
She was mad that she got horny watching me sing
Yeah.
Purple Rain and rip my shirt off.
Yeah.
And I get that. It would be frustrating if I was horny.
You know what?
but-
This is what I do in relationships. I go, "No, you shouldn't even be with me. I'm awful. I'm bad. I'm fat. I'm
Yes.
gross. I'm ugly." And the second you break up with me, I'm like, "Who you gonna find that's better than
Ah.
me, bitch? Good luck out there." And they're like, "Didn't you say that you're insane and ugly and stupid and bad?" I'm like, "How dare you?"
I love it. I
Yeah.
love how women just really own how there's psychopathy and how abusive they are.
What about
It's
love all that.
yell at them. I don't give a shit.
Yes.
what about
Let's fucking go. Welcome to the Men's
Oh, sorry.
Rights Activist Podcast.
I'm sorry,
with
my wife's
Casey
mad at me.
James
I'm
Salengo
a
and
feminist,
Petey DeAbreu.
but my wife's mad at me.
Why?
No reason. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to talk about it. Sorry. Do the
No, let's
introduction.
go.
feminists?
Let's go.
Because I have no money.
He said I'm a-
I have no money. Surprise! It's not a new thing. Literally, I have a joke about this. I was homeless when she met me, and I said, "What did you think was going to happen?"
You were homeless?
Yes.
Wait,
Well,
that-
I was. Here's the thing. I tell a joke. I was home. I was couch surfing.
He was
but I have been
unhoused.
homeless in the woods before, so I feel comfortable saying
That's camping.
I was
You
homeless.
were homeless. Couch surfing is homeless.
That is homeless, but I've had
That's
like
not-
micro scenes like, yeah, you're not really homeless, right? And I'm like, shut the
homeless
fuck
people.
up.
What do homeless people say? "I'm not really homeless. I have a bridge. I
I,
have a small bridge."
I
Yeah.
slept in my car in the woods for 3 months, and I considered homeless.
I would say car better
it
than
was
couch.
fun. I loved the car.
I would say
fucking pop up.
Car
you
better
go.
house than couch. Yes.
Yeah.
Car less homeless than if you have a couch.
Really?
Couch is not your couch. Car is your car.
You can wake
Couch is
up
not
whenever you
car,
want in the
you're right.
car.
I wake up
You
whenever I
can
want.
drive.
now.
know you were
car
living in
could
your
be
car?
house. Couch cannot be house.
Yes, I worked
You
at a
can
camp.
shit in a car.
You can shit in a car. You can
You
shit
can
on a
shit on
couch.
a
You
couch.
can
Shit on a
shit
couch.
anywhere.
You're
I have
right.
shat on a couch.
I know you have. No, I worked at a campground.
Was it a shark or like a full-on deuce?
It was a long time ago, and we don't have to rehash
Sorry,
it.
yeah. Let's keep
We
going.
keep saying like embarrassing things as a fun riff, and then people are like, well, tell me more.
So
I'd
wait,
rather not.
Like,
Why?
so what hue was it?
why is your wife mad at you? Because you don't.
I just have no money, and I'm not really doing anything to improve that. And she's correct. She's correct in all
But
of
doesn't
it.
she make a lot of money?
Yeah.
So
So
share the wealth.
she is.
Casey goes,
I'm,
"Yeah." So
I'm draining her financially and ruining her life
how are you draining
He's like,
her? Are
"I'm
you spending
ruining her
money?
spread."
because she has to
Credit
pay for everything. Like before I was with her, you
Well,
know,
what are you
I was
getting?
couch surfing, as you say, and I was stealing food,
Yeah.
going to mics, getting by. That's how it. And now I've gotten comfortable because I live with a beautiful woman who gives me a nice home,
And tits.
and big tits,
Big
very
tits.
cool, big old titties, very cool.
Why don't you just keep stealing from Whole Foods?
I thought you
I
were going to
do
be like, why don't
still-
you just
Okay,
keep
good.
sucking her tits? Make her happy.
I did
He's
both
like-
of those
he's
things
like,
last week.
"Try." She slaps me off.
Can I
now.
give you a recommendation?
I'd rather you didn't, but I feel like you're gonna.
I'm gonna. So when you go into Whole Foods and you steal,
Mhm.
right, which you do,
Yeah.
just grab a bouquet on your way out. Grab a bouquet.
Wow.
Just grab because
That's
they're there.
so smart.
You're stealing already, and guess what? I'm
And
never
then-
gonna stop. Guess
That's
who I'm
too
never
big
gonna
an
stop?
item, I feel.
Man with a bouquet. I'm never gonna pull him over. I'm
And
never
then-
gonna get him in trouble.
And then when you go home, pretend to listen.
yes.
I listen so well.
Yeah, but flowers
Yeah.
Used to bring flowers all the time because I worked for a flower delivery company.
and things were
And
better
I think
then.
she started getting mad at the flowers. You know when when you're with a girl, you can't give flowers.
She looks at the bouquet and spits
She's
at
like, you
it.
piece. She sees a dandelion. She's like, that little dick. Fuck.
You're bringing dandelions?
No, I don't know. I'm sad that that's the first flower I thought of. But it's like when you're in a relationship, a lot of times you get flowers if you fucked up or did something. So then they like associate it with like, so even if you didn't, they're like, what the fuck did you do?
Right.
You know?
Oh.
But I stole, I'm very proud of this from Whole Foods. I stole Jenny's ice cream. It was maple soaked pancakes, the best ice cream there is.
maple soap.
Soaked.
Soap.
Maple soaked pancakes. So I grab it and I'm just, I'm bebopping around. You got to be casual.
Yeah.
I see there's free samples. I walk up. I'm like, hey, what are these? Oh, crackers. And I eat those. I chat with them. And then I have like the sample cup here with the ice cream in my hand, not hiding it. But then I go up to the security guard and I go, excuse me, sir, where can I find a garbage in here? And he goes, oh, right that way, young man. He points me to the exit.
Perfect.
So I go to the exit and it's that like vestibule and there's another security guard in there, this lady. And I go, I was told there's a garbage can. And she goes, oh, right this way.
Genius.
Right this way, honey. And I go, thank you so much. And I just fucking stole right in front of their faces.
Great.
And it's the proudest I've ever been of myself.
It's really
and
good.
my wife was not impressed.
It's the bit. Like I got a ticket the other day for having coyote off leash, and the guy came up to me.
Where?
Oh,
How was
At
that?
the park.
what,
And
your
the guy-
dog's name's Coyote?
Yeah,
In
Okay.
Brooklyn?
in Brooklyn.
I agree with that. I hate dogs off leash, but go ahead.
I
Get
hate.
into it with
You.
her.
It's just because I've been a dog walker and I've had to fight
Go.
pit bulls at 10 a.m. It's like you don't know what a dog is going to do. They're wild animals.
Yeah,
Every
but
time her dog's
she's
off
little.
leash, she goes,
She's little.
she knows what to do.
She does.
But the other dogs.
The other dogs don't
She
know.
goes
You don't
up to the
know
big
about
dogs.
the
They
other
go, hey,
dog.
this is what happens. They go, hey, my dog's dangerous. And before a blink of an eye, Coyote's on her back. The big dog is, oh, you're submitting, and then they're best friends.
Well, that's
her
very
best
nice.
friends are two huge pit bulls.
All right.
Yep.
One of these times, might not go that way.
Well, that's the problem.
All right. I like that. Oh
I
my
will
God. She's eating
kill-
your horn.
Coyote, don't eat the horn.
No, when I walk dogs, I remember I walked this dog. I feel like this is just the Casey podcast. I'm sorry. Have we
I love
started
it.
yet? And I walked this dog that I didn't realize because every dog fucking hated it. Like any dog, like, and I realized that this was a dog that was bred in the past to like round up other dogs. It was like a snitch,
The shepherd dog.
a snitch dog, but it was like an Australian wire hair shepherd.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah,
So I'm walking through McCarran Park, 10 a.m., hungover. Don't want to be dog walking, wondering what went wrong.
Yeah.
And there's like 100-pound, 100-year-old woman with a giant pit bull, like loosely I'm like, oh no. And this thing just fucking, and she goes, and it's starting to go after my dog. And I was walking another little dog. I had to let that one just go and hope it worked
Yeah.
out. And then I
Yeah.
got this pit bull in a headlock and is dragging me like around.
Oh my
And the
God.
lady's like, I don't know
You got
what
to stick your
do."
thumb in its ass
Well, I got it
to get its jaw to unlock.
you don't have to. It didn't.
I'll
works.
show you.
Its jaw wasn't locked.
It's like a button. It's
It
like
didn't.
Yeah,
It
it's an
didn't
ejector
bite me.
kill switch.
I'm
Yeah.
just fucking fingering his
Coyote,
asshole
no.
aggressively.
Yeah.
No, but
Here,
yeah,
I'll
that's
show you.
why.
Coyote,
don't
no.
you think bad dogs on leash, good dogs off leash?
Because you don't know what dog is a good dog or a
That's the
bad
thing.
dog.
It's
But
like
you
she's
don't
a
know
good
the
dog,
world.
so she goes.
It's
off leash.
like you can't trust other drivers, so you have to drive extra careful.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay, but at the park, it's a huge amount of space. The good dogs go off leash. They're very respectful. Although today she was so wet and she jumped into this girl's lap and she was like, oh. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And she goes, it's okay. I'm a big fan. And I was like, yes.
Of your comedy or
Yes.
dogs? Really?
Of my comedy. It's
Wow.
saved.
Fire.
It
Dude,
was
she's
nasty
eating
once.
the
God.
shofar.
I got to get
man.
successful.
She's been eating
It's
it for
not
weeks.
all right.
Literally every time she's here, she eats it.
I'm gonna put my thumb up her ass.
Sorry.
Jordan, did you ask more? Did you ask like, hey, anytime someone's recognized, I've been like 4 times. I'm like, where'd you hear about me? What do you know? What do you
No,
like,
I go,
but
oh,
you're
I'm
famous
so
enough
glad.
that you know that you
I
get
just had
this
to cover
often.
my body because I was only wearing a sports bra, and I don't like it when fans see that I have anything under my clothes that exists. So I went, oh, good.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I did.
See, this makes
Yeah.
me not want to be successful. I don't want to worry. I want to walk around, my dick hanging out by
But your
accident.
dick is out. You don't care about
I
that.
can't. The zippers on my pants
Yes.
are confusing.
But that person gave me a ticket, and he was like, "What's your name?" And I said, "Jordan Cosentini, which is my other last name, and he.
Also, now you don't have to pay.
Yeah, and I was like, how many times do people give you fake names? And he was like, all the time. And I was like, but I bet you're so good at knowing when it's happening. And he was like, 100%. I can.
Look
tell
at
you.
you two
Wow.
going up to the line, doing this to authority figures.
I do love doing that to authority
too.
figures. Wait, so what was this man's job?
To
This was-
ticket me for the dog.
He was
So
a
he's
park
like a
ranger?
Ranger.
He's a fucking narc pussy
And he-
bitch.
So
and
he wasn't a cop.
He didn't check your ID.
They're
Just wrote down a
park
fake name.
cops.
Wow,
I said I don't have my ID.
that's great.
Of
Yeah.
course, I'm not driving
Smooth
a fucking
move.
car.
Where do you live?
Driving-
123 Main Street, Anytown, USA.
4, 5, 6.
Idiot.
None of your business.
Yeah.
That's
was it
very
a young
cool.
guy or was it like an older guy?
Young.
How young?
Yeah.
What a
4
loser.
years old.
Just
What a
toddler.
loser.
You're going to take one
I
ticket.
disagree vehemently with you keeping her off leash, but I am not on that guy's
Do
team.
you actually
He
think that I have to
should
go into
not-
Prospect Park and have her on a 6-foot leash while I
Well,
walk around?
I do feel as
Well-
part of society it is helpful, but it's your choice.
What are you talking about? There's
I'm
giant
just saying,
meadows.
I don't want her to
You
get
let
killed.
her off leash
I
in
don't
the
want-
airport.
I don't want her to get killed. The airport, that's where Osama bin Laden lives.
R.I.P.
You don't give a shit about anything. God damn it. You're worried about your body. Worry about other people's lives. Miss Constantini.
Okay, wait, listen. She walked into the cockpit yesterday, 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
They fall in love
That's-
with her immediately.
No, she said we're crashing it in a
Dude.
I was
going-
getting on the plane and I was putting my bags up and I thought she was in her little spot and they go, ma'am, and I turn and she's just like with the pilots being like, what?
You don't keep her on a leash on the plane?
She was on a leash, but I dropped it to put my.
But I dropped it. Oh, of
I'm
course.
surprised some fucking retard didn't take a picture like DEI hire.
Mm.
Look at this. Fucking they got
Wait, do you
dog fight.
actually think all dogs in the park should be on leashes?
Here's what I think. I don't think it's
No,
that
not
dog.
in the park.
Yeah, exactly.
This
on
isn't
the path
on the path
and
always.
leading up?
Yes,
But there's space to play fetch.
Yes.
But you
she's
need that
always
boundary.
on leash
No,
before. Okay,
I've been with you.
This isn't about dogs to me. This is about how much you want to be a good member of society. You know, like I'm always constantly worried.
Tell
probably,
us more,
Probably,
ice cream stealer.
probably too much. I didn't. Oh yes. That's.
Oh, yes, I did.
What am I hurting Whole Foods? I'm helping.
Right, you're right.
That's another thing. These kids are all socialists now. Say, let's just steal.
I
They
cannot
do let you
believe
steal.
that she went to the cockpit.
But I'm just saying, if
That's
you're going to annoy other
wild.
people with it, that's what I'm worried about is annoying other people.
You could
and
get
you
on a
seem free
no-fly
of that,
list.
so it's
you
good.
could get on a no-fly list.
I know.
You're so lucky that didn't happen.
Because he's so beautiful.
Are you gonna learn your lesson?
No, she didn't get everything worked out, so it's fine.
If you don't learn your lesson, you get kisses.
That does.
I
what?
learned my lesson.
That's a weird. All right, you guys'
Casey, are
relationship
you
is
gonna
odd.
steal again?
Yeah. Give me a smooch. I smoked weed
He's
in
like, to
LaGuardia. bathroom.
motivate me.
Thank you.
You smoke weed in LaGuardia?
Motivational.
Last time it was so stupid. I already landed.
In the airport.
Oh no, wait, it was not. I didn't land. No, I was waiting, and I was sitting there. I was so stupid. I
On
can't
the
believe I
plane?
did.
Be broke
In the
and
ba-
smoke weed. Say it with me at the same
Yes,
time.
you can.
You
That's
can't
all.
be broke and smoke weed.
Weed is for broke people
No, it's for people with.
and Rastafarians.
Yes.
But here, no, I was so bored. I was sitting there for a while.
Oh,
I got a
don't know.
vape. Oh, he's jerking off. But I went in the bathroom and I timed it where
Charter Arthur hand.
I packed a little bowl and then I took a hit like as people were coming in and then like left as they were so everyone's like, who's brought the weed? And they didn't know who it was.
Was this the public or did you go into the family restaurant?
No, I was in the public
'Cause I'll
bathroom.
smoke
I don't know
cigarettes
why I
in the
got so.
family
In the
restaurant.
bathroom at LaGuardia? You're
Yeah.
a fucking maniac.
I don't know
bro.
what got into me. You
That's
smoke.
wild.
Well, I don't know.
Why?
I just like breaking the rules a little bit, you know? I got to
Breaking the law.
They could have threw
Breaking
you
the
in
law.
That
like.
rule we have to obey.
Well, my weed isn't gonna,
Bite
kill an old woman.
You think that's going to kill an old woman? That
Maybe.
might as well be weed.
If
Look
she
at her.
bites on the
If
parotid,
she scares and the woman goes, "Ah,"
My heart!
She did.
hey,
she did what?
She
Say
did nothing. She did a great
Say
job
Say it,
today.
say it, say it, say it. What'd she do? Oh, she jumped in someone's lap, cold and wet. And what else did she do?
She did a very rude thing today that she usually doesn't do.
What'd she do?
what'd she do?
But she's a dog and I trust her.
What did she
She
do?
ran up to a stroller
Oh,
and she
no.
got spooked by the baby.
Oh no!
And she looked at him and went, "Rawr," and the baby went and just started crying. And I was like, sorry. And then just trotted away and just left the baby crying.
Yeah.
Are you hearing your own argument here?
That would have happened
Welcome
on
to
or
the
off leash.
show.
That would happen. What is the show about, by the way?
This.
I like it. I haven't talked to anyone all day, and I've had a lot of thoughts.
So your wife is mad at you right now.
She's usually mad at me,
And
but
we
it's fine.
learned you're
She's a
gonna-
beautiful woman, and it's.
How do you make it up to her? Cunnilingus.
Yeah. You sure I do that, but it's that's not her preferred method of apology. I'm just like I'm so sorry. Well, Chris, the car.
Making things worse.
I don't really make it up to her. You just let time pass and
Time heals.
let her remember why she I just try to be generally kind, and when she's mad, I say I also hate those things about myself, and I wish it wasn't like that as well. I don't know what to tell you.
You ever cry in front of her?
Oh yeah, all the time.
They don't
all the
like
time.
that.
What?
They don't like that.
We
She
don't
really doesn't like. Well, I. Yeah, women don't like when you show vulnerability. I found that's when they're
They
like
like
this piece of
vulnerability, but they
to a
don't
certain-
like tears.
They
It
like-
has to
we
be
like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
They want to see a man like drop one
Yeah.
tear
They
when
wanna
his
see-
son dies
They
once
want
in
to
his
see
life.
a guy,
Yeah.
a guy being interviewed about losing his fellow soldiers.
Yeah,
And going,
Yeah.
I need a minute.
and he can't feel it. Yeah, he walks away. He runs away.
Yeah.
Ew.
No, I fucking sob, and she does not respect me for that. I feel. So I try not to show her any emotion. It is like living. It's like living with a bear, you know.
Not respect.
What you just whispered to her?
About the dog.
Oh yeah. You're like she's gonna divorce him. It's about the dog.
That was crazy.
But it's hard being in a relationship. But she's
If
beautiful.
she divorced you, you'd have nothing to give her in the marriage.
I know. What do you want? She's gonna have to pay me alimony. I'm like, you realize this, right? What the fuck? That's what you whispered, you cocksucker. I'm in a highly emotional state. And I'm so easily scared. Why'd you do that?
My heart. Yo, imagine I had a heart attack.
Imagine you had a heart attack.
Not move
Yo, we
a
would've gone
fucking
viral.
muscle.
Imagine he gets a heart
and
attack.
Casey went like this.
I'm so scared all the time. I told you I threw that sander at the bird. So what is that? What are you doing there?
Taser.
It's a taser. I'll now put it on the table.
You should be scared all the time. I don't think that's weak. I think that's being prepared.
Why did you have a sander?
Because I was sanding a table.
Why
Because
did
I
a
worked for a
bird-
weed shop.
Why did a bird attack you?
Yeah.
Because
why?
I went in the parking garage to sand, and I saw there's a pigeon in there, and I said, "Hey, bud, how you doing?" And I thought we were going buddies, and then I was sanding, and I'm not, and I can't, and then all of a sudden I see this shadow, like, and I look up, this fucker's right here, and he's looking me in the eyes. And I go, ah! And I throw the sander across the parking garage, and I run from a pigeon, and then like I settle down. I come out. I'm like, don't fucking come near me again. He's looking at me, and he goes the other side. But then he keeps creeping up, and I see him like, I was like, don't do it. And then I had to go do it in a hallway. I had to go stand in a hallway in front of the elevator, hoping nobody came out.
That
Why didn't
pigeon
you
was a
just stare-
metaphor for your problems.
Yeah.
Were you
can't
high?
just
Hide
swat
in
them
a
away.
hallway.
You can't hide in
I
a
was
hallway.
high. They do pay me in weed at this weed place. So yeah, I was high.
Because I've been high and I thought pigeons were pressing me, but it was just me. Dude. Like, you're like, yo, why is this pigeon coming close? But it's like, dude, it's a big
No,
world.
but this dude was in my.
It is a big
It is a
fucking
big world.
you
It
know
is a
what I
big
mean?
world.
It's like, where else is this pigeon gonna be? Like,
That is,
fuck.
that is true. But he was making a point.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It is a big world.
It is. But when you high, you be like, yo, get it.
He fucking crossed the street. I got away from him. Unbelievable.
Damn.
Pigeons, they just walk around like they're people. I'm like, fucking fly, you dumb
Yeah,
fuck.
they don't get.
They're like, oh, excuse me. What the fuck? What are you doing?
Living, man.
Whoop, sorry. Whoop, I almost bumped into you. You're a fucking bird, dumbass. City fucking sucks.
No, man, it's just fucking hard, man.
It is hard.
You're either making it or surviving, brother.
Have you ever seen a raccoon in the city?
Oh,
It's
yes.
like they have fucking backpacks on. They're like,
hate
stop.
those.
I saw a raccoon. I swear to God, it was as big as a large dog.
They're so
I was
big.
walking home and I saw a perpendicular, a parallel. I thought it was a dog. I thought it was a dog off leash. And I said, some dumb bitch fucking, some dumb blonde bitch left her dog And I look over, and it's a raccoon, and it's like running like it's like kind of hurt.
Terminator. Yeah.
And I go, what the fuck? No, we're walking the same way. And I'm like, it was this fucking big. And I go to get a picture, and it runs into the graveyard and runs away. But it's
What
still out
graveyard
there.
were you near?
Just, you know,
That's where I go.
some graveyards. I live in Ridgewood. There's a huge graveyard.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good one.
It is
What
a good
about
graveyard.
skunks?
Yeah.
You ever see a skunk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck it.
I've been sprayed.
You've been sprayed?
I lived in I grew up in the woods. So, yeah, I've been attacked by every kind of animal.
So you think you'd be more prepared to deal with them?
You think? You'd really think.
Baby skunks I've seen, they're the best because they can't spray you and they're the cutest animals on the
They are
planet.
so cute. All these babies. Oh, I saw I always love foxes. I've never seen one up close. We were at my wife's family's home, and they had a baby. There was a fox with 3 babies.
Oh my God.
And I stared, and they were like, I saw a fox they're so beautiful, standing in the sunlight, babies running around
Wow.
playing. I watched it for hours. And
Wow.
I fucking love
Babies
animals.
playing?
They're so fucking cute.
So you're
Oh
not
my
scared of
God.
foxes, but pigeons.
If I got up close and they like came at me, yeah, but I was watching through a window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, foxes started coming out. And
Really? In the
Yeah,
city?
No, at my
didn't see
mom's house in
Okay.
Delaware. And my mom was so worried that the foxes are going to like attack the cat and the dog that she ordered wolf piss. And I get a call one day. She's like, Ian, the neighbors will thank me. And I'm
They'll
like,
thing.
what? What happened? She's like, I got a case of wolf piss and I'm spraying it everywhere.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
God. Oh,
"Mom,
thank you so much for
why?"
the
And
wolf
she's like,
piss.
because
Where
the
did they get the
foxes are
wolf
coming
piss?
out.
That
And I'm
does
like,
seem like something that would be your merch.
Wolf piss?
Yeah.
They find it. It's not. It's just my piss. They're like, there's no dog DNA in
He's a
here.
wolf.
Someone pisses it.
You're a
I would sell my own piss as merch. Foxes don't attack animals. I don't think they're natural.
yes, they do.
But they're small.
They
okay.
attack little dogs and cats.
Maybe they do.
No.
Coyotes do.
Foxes.
Coyotes do.
Foxes
But not this coyote.
are
They're like
related to
scavengers.
coyotes.
Yes, but all right. You may be
Will
right.
you look
I don't
up
know.
if foxes
What do
get-
foxes eat? Fruit and shit?
That's what
all right.
they eat.
Mice?
They're predators and they're carnivores, but they're only eating like small carrion and stuff they found in the area. I watched
Yes.
them for hours. I told you.
and little dogs. My mom had a little
No,
dog and a
little
little
Did
dog.
he attack it?
No, because of the wolf piss.
Oh,
No,
the
your
wolf
mom
piss.
was paranoid. They don't attack dogs.
Yes,
She
they're-
just
they
wanted
do.
wolf piss.
She needed it.
She didn't have a
Cover
reason.
your tracks. There's foxes.
There's
Don't
fox-
worry, I got the wolf piss.
I've never
Maybe
seen a
she was
fox
thinking
once.
of-
Yes, Ethan says yes.
They-
Foxes do attack small dogs.
All right, you're right. I'm wrong.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
guys fools?
I said I'm sorry.
Listen
Ethan,
to
sit on my
Ethan.
lap and tell me. Foxes are related to wolves. Belong to the same family.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but do they eat dogs? Right? Do foxes eat dogs?
Yes.
They're small too.
Why do
but
you
that's the
think
thing.
foxes wouldn't attack a small
Can I
little
tell you
animal?
why?
They're
Yes.
smaller
Because they're so small.
and they're very sleek and
They're
thin.
smaller
Coyotes,
They're
my
smaller than coyote. This coyote. Yeah.
there we
Yes, they do.
go. Oh, so he's
typing-
wrong now.
typing
Your
cats.
special little boys is wrong.
What?
You just want him to sit on your lap, and they're like, "No, internet's not right."
Thank you, Casey. That
Coyotes
happens a
do.
lot.
I remember I watched through a window my mom fighting a coyote just trying to attack our cat one time. She kicked it,
Wow.
and it was like a big, like scary dog. Those will kill things.
I named her Coyote so she'd seem more vicious.
Oh, she's a
Yeah, and
little
when we
baby.
go walking in California, Jordan's like, coyote, coyote, and coyotes attack
Oh my
animals. and people
God.
are like, where,
People are-
where?
Everyone's
Because she goes
ducking.
off leash, she
Hate it.
goes in the woods. Here, ready?
Oh my
While
God.
fox attacks on dogs are rare, small dogs, especially those under 15 pounds, are more vulnerable. Foxes may view small dogs as potential prey or a threat to their young. So yes, they do attack small animals.
All right.
Foxes do pose more of a risk to smaller pets than large dogs. Were you looking at the I'm wrong Google?
Oh my God.
He was looking at
Look
Red
at Ian.
Fox.
He gets one slight pushback, and he's
because
reading
I
articles.
know I'm right.
I said I was wrong, and I apologize.
Thank you.
Can I pee?
I still
Is that
think
rare? Sorry.
I still think it's very rare for them to attack.
Sure,
I think
while
coyotes
rare,
do way
but
more.
my argument was
Is your mom's dog
it's
less
rare.
than 15 pounds?
Yes, it was a tiny little
Yeah.
toy poodle.
See, that is
and a
all
little
right.
cat.
You're right.
That's not a
You're right.
dog.
You're
I wasn't
right.
counting that as dog.
This is a little dog.
You're
Did
right.
the wolf
This is like
piss work?
20
You're
pounds.
right.
Did the wolf piss work though?
It attracted. There's a bunch of wolves.
Yeah. I mean, she's got a harem of wolves. But
I'm
there are no
like,
foxes.
we got the wolves to scare the fox away.
Yeah.
Well, now,
Like a Rancid album, and out come the wolves.
hey, how about that? You guys like Rancid?
Dude, Scal did a a cover of Operation Ivy with Tim Armstrong from Rancid.
Wow.
How cool is that?
Who? Scal? Who's that?
The
You don't
original
know Scal, bro?
guitarist and
I
singer
don't.
from Operation Ivy. It's a
Fucking
cool singer.
Scallywag.
I
bro.
don't know.
Scallywag.
I'm not into
that
the
what it-
same music as you.
Oh. Is that their nickname?
Riffing
Did you hear the tune I was playing when I drove up?
Oh, and you
was it?
missed the parking
Your
spot out
windows
front.
were
You
up
drove
over
around
you.
for 20
It
minutes.
looked like it was a little too. I hate the embarrassment of parallel parking, and it's like a little. It's a little.
in front of the bros?
Every time I go to parallel
Yeah.
park, some fucking old guy and like a shitty wife beater is like, "No, come on, you got it." I'm like,
That was me.
I'm not. I'll fucking flip the car.
That was me.
Yes, but I
I'd
know
have been
you.
like, hey, little boy.
A friend can tell me, but some man just fucking cucking me with parking. I'll flip my car before I let this man tell me where to
What
park.
were you listening to in the car?
I was listening to Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting. Yes, he's a beautiful man.
Have you watched that documentary?
Buddy, I have, but I already knew it all because I have a podcast called I Love You, But Your Music Sucks, where my wife and I, we've got opposite tastes in music, and we each bring an artist.
I'm sure
for the
that's
other one
good
to
for the
like.
marriage.
Wait,
Fact.
who sings
Yeah,
Bein?
no,
I was
it
thinking as
does
soon as-
hurt. It does hurt.
George Michaels.
George Michael is also
love.
great from Wham. I've covered him. But Michael McDonald is he was the first white guy on Soul Train.
Yep.
And they were all everybody thought he was black.
Him and Kenny Loggins were like this.
Buddy, so they're about to meet for the first time. Michael McDonald, he's nervous. And he's like, oh, I got to play a tune. He's playing something on the piano. And his wife's like, that sounds like circus music.
It was his sister, and Michael McDonald showed up at the door.
No, this is Kenny Loggins showed up at the door.
Kenny
So
Loggins
Michael
showed up at
opened
the
the
door.
door and he goes,
These
what was
two
that tune you were just
retards
playing?
picked.
It was What a Fool Believes.
Yes, and his sister was there to clean his apartment because he lived like a pig, and Kenny Loggins was coming over, and they cleaned the apartment to make it presentable to Kenny.
And I was wrong. You're right. I'm sorry. I thought it was his wife.
That's
I heard
okay.
this from the
His
Kenny
sister.
Loggins documentary.
Ian heard it from Kenny.
Loggins.
I talked to
Loggins.
Kenny.
He's a fun guy.
Kenny Loggins told me. Hello. Is depression ruling your life and you feel like you have a weighted blanket cloud over you every time you open your eyes and try to go on with your life? Well, now's the chance to change that with Rula. That's right. Rula connects you with in-network licensed therapists that accept most major insurance. Users typically just have a copay of $15 per session. Getting care you need doesn't have to be a total pipe dream. Therapy's good, but you got to turn the therapy into action. You can't just do weekly updates. You got to dig deep down and get that sludge out. And Rula is a great way for you to do that because it doesn't cost as much as other therapists, but it links you with board certified quality therapists so that you can work on cleaning all that sludge out. You can even get an appointment to see a therapist in as little as 24 hours. Rula partners with over 15,000 licensed providers. So if one doesn't work out, don't give up. Try another because it's absolutely worth it. Start your mental wellness journey today. Visit rula.com/Ian. That's RULA.com/IAN for convenient insurance covered therapy that fits your life.
He's a fun guy. I watch all these documentaries about music.
Is he the one that's like push it to the limit? Is that Kenny Loggins?
He's the guy
No,
with the
that's
cowboy
not
hat?
that. He did, no, he's not, you got.
Karaoke, go.
He sang
Sing Kenny Loggins.
Highway to the danger zone. But he also sang, even though we ain't got money,
Ooh.
I'm so in love with you, honey. Which is my wedding song. It's in the fucking song. I don't have money.
Damn. These
And
are
you're
good points. Do you ever bring these points up? Is there
Every
like a-
time.
All right.
And what does she say?
You should have like a
She
power
says, why are you yelling? I'm like, I just don't know.
Let's do couples therapy right now,
Mhm.
okay?
All right.
You be his wife
Courtney.
and
Oh,
I'll
God.
be Casey.
Okay.
Get some
I
big.
don't have any money.
You have to do your tippy toes. When Casey yells, he does a tippy toe.
Do I?
Yeah, do you know that?
I
On
didn't.
stage,
Thank
he
you for
does
pointing it
a
out.
little tippy toe.
How do you know I didn't have money when you married me?
I thought that you would work with me. Like I thought we would build together and you would become more capable of sustaining yourself.
But you need a cheerleader and I cheer you on.
And I love that about you, but you spend money on weed, on vapes, on silly
I
t-shirts.
stole you this Jennifer's ice cream.
Well, that
This is for you. Your favorite flavor. Maple pig. Maple soap.
I do appreciate.
Let me eat your pussy.
What happens if you steal and then you go to jail? Then I have to bail you out.
Leave me there.
That was the most accurate part of the whole thing.
learned my lesson.
That was beautiful. I really almost cried. That was great.
I think
How
that
did I leave me there?
just don't tell her you stole it. Just bring home shit.
All right, ready?
I
Ready?
didn't tell her I stole it.
Oh, okay.
I magically came up with the money to get you this.
Where did you get the money?
Oh my God, I should steal money. I never fucking thought of that.
You should sell the weed they give you for payment at your shop.
Yes.
Have you thought of that?
I never think of anything. I was cleaning this guy's house. He's my only.
What am I gonna do with this pound of weed?
Yeah.
Fucking broke.
I have no money. I have this pound of weed.
Some
What do
people
we do?
aren't meant to have money.
I got no money. I got a pound of weed. These pigeons are yelling. at me.
Yes. My life is hell. And I'm anti-capitalist, so I'm not supposed to have money. I'm not meant to have it. And I was going to tell a story, but I forgot what it was. Do you remember what I was saying?
Leave me in jail? Oh, I didn't
Leave
tell
me
her I
in
stole
jail.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, my wife, mad at me,
Nice.
money. Nope. That's about it.
Don't tell her you steal.
I don't tell her I steal, and she doesn't.
Why don't
know.
you sell the
So
weed
now-
that you're giving?
Oh, this is what I remember. So I clean this guy's house. This is my sole source of income once a week. But he moved, and I just went to drop off his keys, and he's like, "You want this TV? It's this big crazy TV." I was like, "Yeah, I guess." But I don't really have it. I load it in the trunk. It's like bonking off the fucking thing the whole time. I get it home, and I'm like, I'm gonna sell our TV, and then keep this one. But our friend is like, these TVs are like $6,000. It's like an OLED. I don't even know what it is. They're like, these go, and I go, oh wow. And then I sell the TV we had, which I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
I
here
sell
we
that for
go.
$50, and I tell her, I'm like, I got $50. She's like, why didn't you sell the expensive one? I was like,
Casey.
yeah, got those mixed up. And now if I sell it, we don't have a TV.
I'm so mad at you.
I am mad too.
Do you have a TV?
You do now? But
Okay.
I'm gonna sell it. I'm on the brink of selling it every day.
Sell the $6,000 TV, buy a $200 TV, dunzo.
That sounds like one step too many. I gotta be
No,
honest.
you can do it.
All
You
right.
can do it.
Facebook
Smoke
market,
a little
baby.
weed.
And get it a picture up
Oh,
on
now weed's good.
FB marketplace. Get
I'm
creative.
sick of you sober people telling me what drugs to do all the time. All right. I can handle my shit. All right. And I don't care about having a career like you guys or having a nice body. Because I'm a real man.
Having a nice
I do have to pee. And I have been talking a lot.
Just
before.
pee.
I think I've got diabetes. This is another issue. I've got to pee 400 times a day. And there's something wrong with my prostate, but they won't check it till I'm 40. I'll be right back.
Getting older, bro.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Go. Don't say that to your wife.
Oh my God. Petey, you smoke weed,
Yeah.
but you have money.
No.
Okay, good.
But I'm single, so it's like I'm
Yeah.
there's nobody to disappoint.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
good.
super cool. I have no kids, and my standards are like pretty low, and I'm like, yo, we fucking made it home safe again.
Yeah, that's
And I'm
good.
like, yo, we did it.
That's great.
Yeah, I
Yo,
mean,
we
when you
got
live in-
food, bro.
When you live in Fallujah and you don't get shot going to or from the
That's what I'm
house,
saying, yo.
that's a win.
Food. Yeah.
Bathroom.
Bathroom.
Toilet paper.
Nah, that's wild though, because I do think
I
like
thought he was gonna say,
about-
no, I don't need that.
No. I've been using wipes,
I got
bro.
clean
Yeah.
You
shit.
fuck with wipes? I just started like 2-3 years ago. Or
What?
maybe like 2 years ago.
gotta
Only
start.
wipes, no toilet
Like
paper.
from the shit after you take a shit.
Yeah,
the
but then
wipes.
do you dry it?
What? Try what? My butt?
Job
Sometimes.
what?
I
My
dab
butt.
it. I
Yeah.
dab
Job
it.
what?
Nah, but
My
I like
butt.
that shit fake, like whatever the juice is on the wet wipe. I
Yeah.
let that shit simmer.
You do let it simmer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feel good.
Yeah.
Dude,
It feels a little sloshy to me sometimes when I stand back up.
you know what I just remembered?
You know?
One time at Union Hall, I was
Touche.
hosting.
I'm like, damn, maybe I'm
One
a
time at
freak.
Union Hall, I was hosting a show and everyone was like, this ex guy, blah, blah, blah. And before I brought Petey up, I go, this ex guy is my brother from another mother. And he spent the first 5 minutes shitting on me for blacking it up.
He was like, coming to the stage next.
Some comics really
Sure.
accidentally black it up
Yeah.
when a black comic gets off stage. Have you noticed that?
Right.
Mm.
Well, they'll
Yo,
get off
yo,
stage.
Or
give
not
it up.
accidentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah.
Yo,
they'll be
one
like,
time,
shit.
Petey had me go up and do a show at one of his shows in like Harlem. and I was like, I
This was the
was
best.
I was crushing, and people were coming out of the kitchen watching. And they're like, ah! And I was
This
like,
isn't the
"All
hood. This is like the hood.
right."
That's why I started
like
Mike. I loved it. I
gangsters,
loved
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And dude, I'm crushing and they're dying. And then I'm like, yeah, so I date trans women. I suck their dicks.
buddy.
And it was like, and this guy was like, Petey, get your boy.
He said, hey, yo,
Oh my
come
God.
and get your man.
All right, back in the
Oh
kit. Yeah, that's
God, who said
They
it? Who said coming
did
in?
not like it anymore.
Did you really think that would go well?
Yeah, because he had momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see in your mind, you're like, there's no way I can miss
Oh, yeah.
now.
And you were like, I can introduce a new idea because now they love me.
Yeah.
That is tough.
And
Yeah.
I never heard that until that point. That's one thing I love about comedy too. Like you'll hear some shit, you're like, what? You never told
Oh,
me.
I know.
Yeah.
The most boring guy I've ever met that I don't know his name was goes up and it's just like I went to jail for murder. I'm like, what the fuck? I want to think of another
Frank
example
Terranova?
besides your thing,
You're
and
like,
that's
we're
what
all
I came up with.
accessories now.
We're all
We're
accessories.
all accessories now.
But
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, I'll be a purse.
I was gonna say trans people, but then I said murder.
Why'd you mix it to flip it to murder?
I don't know. I started mics in Harlem, and I was like, I never want to perform for non-black audiences ever. I was the one white guy, and I was like the token little white boy, and they loved it. And then I took, and my jokes they got a little racist just because everyone was doing race jokes. And I was the one white guy. So it's
what
about
were
like
they?
living in Harlem, being like, I noticed black people don't like standing in line much, you know. I'm at the bodega, like, excuse me, I was next, and they would go nuts. And then I brought it somewhere else. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
They were
Oh,
like,
that's the
"Boo."
worst.
A lady tried to, she said, she said, if my boyfriend was a comedian, I'd shank you. A woman said that. And I go, what? All right.
Wait,
I
a
guess-
black woman or
A
white
black woman, yes.
Yo, I've always been jealous of like white guys that do hood because I feel like black people give you the benefit of the doubt just because you're there.
Yeah,
So
sure.
they're like, yo, and like for me, it's like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? Looks like he owes me money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I look to it, it's like, yeah.
I
Because
started.
you would come and just like people look at you, you start talking, it's like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? And they're locked in.
Yeah.
I started in black rooms in Philly, and I will agree with you, but I feel like the window for benefit of the doubt is very quick. They will turn on you so fast, but they're very willing.
Yes.
But boy, oh boy, if you don't get a laugh in the first fucking
Second,
10
yeah.
seconds,
Yes.
you are
I used to do
toast.
Freddie's show. Remember, what was his last name?
Mercury.
I was going to say Mercury.
Freddie Ricks? Or
Freddie.
Freddie.
Oh, at Freddy's, that bar?
Oh, Freddie Sheffield. Freddie Sheffield.
Yes.
5 spot.
5 spot. And that room was so fun. But if you
They
did
had
not-
like ribs and shit. They would like
Yeah.
sell food. Yeah.
and it was an all black audience.
Listen, I've found that. If you guys found this, I don't know. It's like the further I go along in comedy, and you guys, as I said, successful, so maybe don't do this.
Hey, you're
I
all
find
right.
I'm doing worse. I'm not doing well.
all right.
But like a lot of rooms, like clubs, like all black. I did better when I was younger because I wasn't just like mining my soul to find the most fucked up shit about it. I was just like, this song's weird. Everyone's like, it is.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, you guys ever fucking drink your own cum? And they're like,
Yeah.
no. Or whatever. I'm not good at making up examples, but I'm saying like,
Tasted it, but I ain't drink it. God damn, you fucking freak.
I gave it a lick, but I ain't giving it a drink.
It was on my lips all set.
Casey made a promo for his special that me and Mike Rowland the other night watched like 19 times in a row.
oh,
What
buddy,
was it?
thank
Dude,
you.
it's him at the table being like, I would really like you to watch my special. It's very articulate. And then it cuts to him little moments of his special. But the first second where you're like, I'm Casey, and it's just you on stage, like short circuiting, you're like, and then it goes back, is so good.
My buddy Joff made that.
It
Thank
is-
God for him. I've always
Shout out
wanted.
Joff.
I've always wanted like a nerdy guy good at videos. It's my friend, and I finally got one.
That's great.
He's so good. But
I'm about to fucking come up.
I mean, this is it. He's making me clips.
Your wife will
That's
see.
all I needed.
Your wife will see.
That's what I'm saying. I said, I got Joff making me clips. The money's gonna roll in.
No, you can't do the promise. You just gotta like
I said, it's not a promise.
keep it in your
That
heart.
is an estimate. But no,
like trajectory wise.
I had the idea because I love these comedy promos. Like I saw Jay Morris, and it's always like he thinks a little different. And he's like, yeah, my fucking wife.
Yeah.
You hear Christopher Walken, and it's just like the shittiest jokes. And it's like he's got something to say.
Yeah.
No, he does not. So my idea was like I want to be very like, well, listen. And then there's a part in the beginning where I just grab my fat.
Yeah,
and go,
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
wanted that to be every single clip every time. But he had the foresight. I said, what if we died different stuff?
You did 2 though.
And I did great.
2 with the belly
Yeah,
was
he
great.
did it all. He did it all.
And
It
where
was,
can
so
people
good.
find your special?
YouTube.
And what do they search?
Casey
Welcome
James
to the
Salengo.
Jungle.
It's called Welcome to the Jungle, which is a title I picked because everything for my set design fell through, and all I had was a neon sign from Temu that says Welcome to the Jungle. So I brought that up. My wife actually, all right, so here's something she did. All right. So I had the idea. I wanted to make the set look like the set of Roseanne. I've got no idea why. That was just what I want. And it's obviously it's not, I don't fucking know how to get a couch into a bar. So that didn't work out. So Courtney was home. She's like, oh, my dad's got a bunch of taxidermy. I can bring that. And I was imagining like it'd be a museum.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that'd be awesome. The whole wall's covered. She comes home and she has one stuffed fox. And I'm like, that's it? She goes, yeah. And I go, one fox? And she goes, yeah. And I go, I'm supposed to go up there with one fox. She goes, I don't know what the fuck you want. And so I brought the fox up there and I just had it sitting.
It was sitting there.
And it's called, it's all just because I failed is why it's called Welcome to the Jungle and why there's a fox on the stage for no reason.
You should
Really
have called
good.
it One Fox.
Fuck.
Do you answer the question? What does the fox say?
I do not.
Okay.
Do you say welcome to the jungle in the set at
I
all?
don't. No, I don't reference that at all. Not one time.
They know what it is.
They do know what it is.
They know where they're at.
Also, here's another thing that I fucked up because I based it, for some reason I love Brooke Benton. He sings "Rainy Night in Georgia."
How's that go?
Rainy night in Georgia, just a rainy night in Georgia. Feels like the whole world's coming down. Anyway, he's got an album cover
Riveting.
called Brooke Benton Today, and it's just him in a suit jacket being like, and I don't know why I'm like, this is so funny to me. He's just so earnest. And I remade this cover, and I thought it'd be funny because Welcome to the Jungle is
Guns N' Roses.
is more intense, but nobody's fucking seen that album cover or gives a shit or knows why I'm doing anything. No one fucking knows shit. No, this has all been a big fucking failure. I'm fucked.
No.
I need to borrow money.
The special is really good.
It is really good.
Did it come out yet?
Please.
It came out already?
I dropped it. It took like a year and a half because they keep making you watch it, and I want to fucking kill myself. Do you like watching yourself do comedy?
I love it, dude. Only when I do good, though.
I feel like the three you do like watching yourself do comedy, and this is why
I
you're
hate
doing.
it.
This is
I
why
hate
you're doing well. No, you
I
do.
absolutely-
Okay.
My body
I
and
love,
face
when, I love when I'm like
in the pocket.
having fun. Not
Yeah.
even, just like having
Yes.
fun and like when I saw you the other night, I felt like you were like, yo, he's flying high right now. Like it was
Yeah.
like nothing you said.
Yeah.
Like nothing you said could not work,
Mm.
and it just felt like you were just talking.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
and
the
you,
most
and,
fun.
and you're like not thinking about what your body's
But
doing.
see, the
and
thing
you're
is,
just fucking-
Yeah.
when I feel that way on stage, I'm like amazing. And then when I watch it, I'm like, oh, I wasn't living in reality.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I
Or,
feel. Yeah.
you
I'm
know
like-
what I mean?
I go, I'm not even that good, really.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. If I'm filming myself too, I find it hard to get to that place where just
Yeah.
because I'm aware that I'm filming,
Yeah.
and then I know I'm very mean to myself.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? I know I'm gonna be watching like, what the fuck is this? So then
It's
I can't
necessary to
I can't
do.
get as fun. Yeah, I find.
I think you gotta hand it off. That's what I did when I did Death Chunk, because I was just like handed it to the editor and was like, you fucking do it.
What's Death Trunk?
Like a 20 minutes.
Yes. What happened? All right.
Ian,
I know.
is that good?
Is this
Back
good?
on.
You
Online.
have fun, Petey?
Yeah, I love looking at my old porn sometimes.
You made
What?
porn?
Not real, but like, homemade stuff.
Like
Really?
you solo?
No.
Where's the
Okay.
angle coming from?
Yeah, what's the angle?
Depends.
Like this?
No, I got some POV, like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then I got.
So what about how do you like that?
I just like watching throwbacks sometimes, man.
Mhm.
You just wanted to
Remembering
brag that you filmed
yesteryear.
porns before. They had sex with a woman.
No, but you were like, I don't know. We were talking about watching our shit.
I mean, I wouldn't want to watch myself have sex at all.
No, I hate the way I sound sometimes. I don't mind
You
watching
make
it.
sounds?
I'm like,
I don't make
I'm
it.
like,
Oh, dude, I'll hear what I say
Oh
and I'm
my
like, shut
God.
your mouth.
I'm dead silent. I
Other
don't feel like a
com-
man should make any sound. If I'm watching a porn, the guy's like, "Grr," I'm like, no.
Yo, I was watching a porn the other day. I heard something I never heard before. This dude's getting ahead. He's like, yo, slurp it a little more. And then he goes, come on, slurp it.
No, that's disrespectful.
He
Oh
did
my
the sound
God.
effect. It was so funny to me, dude. I couldn't even.
I hate if a man's name is in the title, it's like Brick Danger. I'm like, no, I don't. I want it to be like a faceless dick that the woman is The woman's just working around him. I don't want the man to be featured, or I don't want to know who he is. I don't want to know where he's going after this. Also, back the camera up. Don't tell me I'm watching porn. I'm like, back up. Who wants a tight shot of like the bottom half of an asshole in this guy's nuts for 20 minutes? Who is enjoying that? Ian, probably.
He's like,
but not me.
he's like, put that in the trailer or the sizzle. Don't.
What the fuck? I want to see a woman's body. I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
You should pivot to directing pornography.
Oh my God.
Yeah, all right.
Damn,
Honey, I got it all figured out. I
That would
just filmed
actually
some kids
be.
fucking in a warehouse.
That would be a really funny movie. A guy who's trying to make it and then he pivots to being a porn director
Yeah.
and trying to navigate that.
That's pretty. I mean, I would do that.
Remember when we tried to make that sketch where you were Baron Trump?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
What happened to the sketch?
Yeah.
Wait, what did
he
happen?
backed out.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, huh?
I said it. Oh, it was too dicey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because he was playing Baron Trump and he was supposed to be like, I have a pigeon. And then he was going to like choke a pigeon.
That sounds funny.
Like,
Someone must have shamed me about it, and when I told
Yeah,
them,
why-
I'm
why-
very easily
why is it
influenced.
Let me see if I can find it. Because I
What you said we
remember-
didn't film it?
Why is it
the,
dicey?
the script.
I think it was just very. This is people
Animal
don't like
abuse?
Trump, and I think he just did something really fucked up.
Oh.
And someone must have told me I was like supporting him by
Supporting Trump?
playing his son in a sketch. I don't know what I went.
It was a frontline interview with Baron Trump.
No, wait, we did record this.
No. We had a table read at your kitchen and then I went nowhere.
It was a table read. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it was
I'm
just
sorry.
a kitchen
Let's
table
do the
read.
table read.
I'm sorry,
All
buddy.
right,
Let's do it. I do remember this. Yes, I
What
do
was
look
the-
like Baron Trump,
What
and
was
I
the
think
name of it?
I think that kid's got pituitary gland disorders.
Pituitary?
I can spot it because I got them.
What does it mean about pituitary? You're going to grow forever?
So that is a part of my disease that they don't know what it is that I grow a little bit all the time. And they don't know what. You know what? I found doctors don't really. They're like, you know what? It'll
You're
work
just gonna
itself out.
grow forever?
They when I was 21, I didn't go through puberty. I went to the doctor, and they just gave me. First of all,
Because
you
you had
know,
a small boy's cock.
I had a small boy's cock.
I know
And
this
what?
about you. Yes.
Yeah, well, I had a little boy's penis. Here's how I found out.
Where?
I know this.
In your
from-
pocket?
It was in. I had
I
it.
think about this every day.
I had it mounted above my
where?
fireplace. No,
Wait, why did you have this?
no, I was.
Oh,
I
it
went
was
through
yours.
puberty.
Tell you.
Oh, sorry.
Here's how I found out. I knew I was going through puberty late, whatever, but we had to get her physical. And, we go in there, and the school nurse is like, first, it's always horrific, but she's like feeling around, and she's like, huh. She's like really digging around my. It's like,
What was the sound
oh,
she
she
made? What
lost her
was the
key.
sound
She's like,
she made?
huh, what the hell?
I thought it was your
It's
girl.
not really
She makes me
normal
lay
size,
down. She's
see?
like cranking on my nutsack. And I'm
How
like,
old
look.
were you?
I was 16, and she hands me a piece of paper, not without. It just says undescended testicle, and then it sends me with no explanation of what it is. No, and I say 16, but I looked 11, and mentally I was probably 8. So I had to go home to my mom and just like hand her a piece of paper that said undescended testicle, and she's like, "What the what? Undescended." But here's the thing: I went to another doctor.
That
They
should have been
said-
the name of your
They
special.
said, "Hey, it's not undescended. It's just very small." I said, "Oh, thank God."
Damn.
I was worried it was in my body, but my nut is just so small, a professional couldn't find it.
That's wild.
So that's part of my pituitary gland issue. So he's just
But then
shoved
you
me
had
full
a
of roids all
girlfriend
day.
that was like, didn't you have a girlfriend that was like, your penis is alarmingly small?
I don't know. Not that I recall. Not in those words.
How tiny was your penis as an adult?
You remember before you went through puberty? What your penis was like?
I guess.
Nah.
That's I
When
feel like you went through puberty
did
before.
Maddie's podcast, you were like, thank God for this girl I was hooking up with because she was like, you
I
have
was-
a tiny penis.
I was 20 no, because we wouldn't have sex, and she kept being like, "When are we gonna have sex?" I was like, "I'm not ready." And then finally, I had to be like, "I have a child's penis," and she's like, "That's cool."
How old are you? This is an adult.
I was 17.
Is it
and
adult
the next
now?
year. Yeah, it's great. It's adult.
Thing done
Is
grown
it-
up.
Is it a hog now?
Thing done
Did it
grown
make
up.
up for lost
It's
time?
a hog in length. The girth
It's
is
like
the girth. It could be a little more on the girth, but yeah. So I was like 2021, and she's like, "Why don't you ever get that checked out?" I was like, "My mom wouldn't make me a doctor's appointment." She goes, "Why don't you make it yourself?" And I swear to God, that never crossed my mind that I was able to make my own doctor's appointment. I was like, "Oh yeah." So then I went, and the doctor didn't know anything about. All I read was I didn't have the internet. I was in the woods. I read a health book in school,
health.
and I was bringing up the like Kleinfelters, and she's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean? What's that?" And now I inject 100 milligrams of testosterone every 2 weeks, and it's killing me. And I'm losing my hair. And nobody told me the long-term effects of just shoving your body full of testosterone.
What does it do?
I thought testosterone would give you more hair.
No, what the fuck? What? Testosterone is what makes your hair fall out.
Oh.
Do you guys not know
real?
this?
I thought everybody's bald because they don't have high
No,
testosterone. I thought everyone has
testosterone-
low T.
Oh yeah, I
No.
used to have a joke about this.
No,
Remember
you're wrong.
where
You're
high
dead wrong.
testosterone makes you bald because God was like, some of these men are going to be really awful, but don't worry, I'm going to make them
I'm gonna look like a penis.
They're going to think with
Yeah.
their penis, act like a penis, but I'm going to
make them look like a penis.
You're good at remembering stuff.
Damn, testosterone.
I
Yeah.
never have forgotten your penis problem.
Wait,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I thought a lot of testosterone means you have like, there's a low T problem, right? That's
Yeah.
why everybody's on testosterone.
Uh-huh.
But if you had low T, wouldn't that mean that you were bald prior?
No, you
I'll tell
don't.
you,
What
listen,
what
you
just
know the
happened?
big strong men
Yeah.
that are like in the Navy and they're
Yeah.
like, I'm going to kill my son.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're bald because they have high T.
Yeah, high T makes you lose your hair.
But how come everybody that's bald looks like a little bitch?
It's not
That's
true.
not
All the
everybody.
guys that shave their head and have beards look like fucking
No,
like
think
they're
about
fucking
the
losers.
guys that you know with full heads of hair.
me.
Me.
You're receding as well, aren't you?
Shut the fuck up.
You brought up my hair first thing. But yours looks cool because you
That's
got
how
that
your
weird
shit
fro
been
thing.
since I've known you, though,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like,
I've been like this for a
Ethan,
while.
It looks great.
full head of hair, nothing thinning.
Low T.
Low T.
T.
Low
It's
T.
also genetic.
My T is low, too.
Klinefelters.
Testosterone plays like a 10% factor in
My
it.
T
It's
is
genetic.
low.
It's mostly genetic.
my
Yours
T is low. Yeah,
So
because I
what
cry
is-
all the time.
My T is high.
What is the T doing to you?
So they
Give
started.
us the T on the T.
Oh my god! You
That
salty
shit was
dog.
going on in my
Yes.
mind the whole time. Every
Oh,
time
good.
T was said, I was like, "What's the T?"
Let's kiki about the T, sis.
About the
So
TT.
you see, so I was a smooth little small penis boy, but I was getting tall because part of they said the testosterone is what hardens your growth plates. So like everyone else in my family is under 6 feet tall. I'm 6'4", still growing, and they're like they haven't figured out what that is. Anyway, so they just give me testosterone to get me to go through puberty. I start, pubes start boop, boop, bing, bing, all over the place. I have a little journal where I measure my penis, and I wouldn't
You
let
had
a
a
woman.
penis journal?
I have a penis journal. I went until I got to 6 inches. I wouldn't let a lady see it. I broke up with a lady.
Was it
Who,
like when
helped
your
me.
parents mark out how high you are on a door frame?
It was,
You
yes.
did that with your penis?
Yeah.
On his thigh. He's like,
If my parents did that, I didn't even think of
almost
that.
there. Almost there.
That would have been so much easier. I had a journal that had like 5.3. And then it said, if someone looked at and then it says 6, and I drew like confetti and balloons. People have to be like, what could this possibly be? But now they have never taken me off it, and now I'm so used to such a high level of testosterone. If I don't take it, I get like horribly depressed. My penis shrivels it looks like a zombie. So now I just need to have fucking clinical military grade levels of testosterone flowing through my body, killing me at all times.
So why don't you work out? Won't that make you real strong?
Okay, maybe I do work out. You could have asked. But yeah, honestly, if I do push-ups like one day, I look buff, and I still won't do it.
Oh my
I
God.
still won't do it. I don't care what I look like. I'm here for the comedy. The uglier I am, the funnier I am.
Uh-huh.
Touche.
Yeah, but you
Well-
can get like cast and things.
Well, I've realized the window's closed on me being cast as an ingenue, as they say.
What's
I
an
noticed
ingenue?
It's an
An
ingenue.
ingenue is a female leading lady. No, because when I was going out for
Ingenue?
auditions, ingenue.
You were ingenue in my life.
I was getting like kind of good looking guy in his 20s, but then my hair went back like a centimeter, and I started getting dad, but I still looked like a little boy. So I think I need to age into looking shittier to
Gotcha.
find my roles.
Welcome to my world, brother.
See, you've got to look, and this is castable. I walk in. First of all the other actors are this big, and their heads are this wide.
Yeah.
And I'm like knocking over. I'm like, excuse me. And I don't even fit in the room with anybody. And then I'm
needs to
bad at
watch-
acting.
You need to watch the movie Rocket Man.
Yes.
I haven't in a while. I love Harlan Williams.
Yeah.
Yes. You would love
Wait,
it.
why?
Because that's kind of a role
You
you
are
could
him.
play.
Oh, see, yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
want. That's all I want.
Yeah, Harlan played the role of like a complete fool moron.
That's
And
all I'm
you'd
trying
be
to
great
do.
in the role.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for noticing. What role would you say Jordan, if you were in a movie, like what do you go out for casting?
I just
or do
was
you
in a
not?
movie. I can now finally announce.
Yes, she
Which
played
one?
herself, right? No, Jill.
I played a nurse comedian who has sex with Will Arnett.
Oh,
Really? Oh,
Yes.
so a real movie. I thought
Yes.
this was some
Oh,
bullshit.
congrats! I saw
Wow.
that. Like
Thank
the
you.
news came out. a couple
Way to
early
go.
last week
Thank
or
you so much.
How many auditions do you have to go on?
One.
Really?
Yeah.
You were just that good? You knocked it out of the park?
I just had a sinus infection and Coyote was in the shot and I was over Zoom and I was like being really disheveled and fucked up and I'd be like, let me take it again. And they'd be like, we like this.
That is the secret, is like the less you care.
Yes.
Well, actually, they say that. They're like, once you stop caring, you get stuff. And I stopped caring a long time. And not even, I was like, yeah, what are the lines? Who cares? And no one got me shit. But I'm proud of you. What's the movie called?
Is this thing on?
All right. Is Will Arnett nice?
Yeah.
He's such a funny guy.
He's
Did
a
you really
great-
have sex with him?
What?
They
Don't
did-
ruin the movie.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They didn't even show it.
When's this come out?
I have no idea.
All right.
Will they be mad that I said that?
No, it was announced on Deadline. You're
Yeah.
totally fine now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Deadline. Hell yeah.
What you
Deadline?
Deadline or Variety. It's like the Hollywood Reporter.
What's your role, Ian, in a movie? You're in a movie. What's your
Richard Dreyfuss Jr.
We're gonna.
That would be fire.
We're
I'm not
gonna need a
lie.
bigger cock. So I'd say to Casey.
In
That's a good one.
You are ready for this? Along Came Polly.
I don't remember it.
Fuck. You know Along Came
The
Polly?
Philip Seymour Hoffman character?
That's who he is.
Yeah, you have you have a fun, wild look. Your tattoos help because it's like that doesn't look like it
Basically,
matches.
you're the
you know?
hilarious best friend of the neurotic person.
Yeah.
And that is what this is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's your role.
Philip Seymour Hoffman makes the entire movie Along Came Polly. He makes it's so
wow.
good. It's
We should
so
watch it.
At one point, Ben Stiller's dabbing the oil off his pizza, and Philip Seymour Hoffman folds it and just drips all of the oil onto his own pizza and eats it. It's really good.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off though. Is like I don't think Philip Seymour Hoffman's a funny guy. He's just such a good actor.
Yeah.
That he blows any comedic actor out of the water. And when
Yeah.
people are just so good at acting that they can be funny, it really pisses me off.
I think he might be the best actor of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Wow.
All
All
right.
time.
I'll say
like-
Daniel Day-Lewis.
I was just gonna say Daniel Day.
That's why I said it.
Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't have the approachable thing that Philip Seymour Hoffman has. Philip Seymour Hoffman can be somebody that you like know.
Yeah. Well, that's
Philip
not-
Seymour Hoffman had the humanity.
Yes.
Yes, and that comes across in the
Daniel
screen.
Day-Lewis
You're
is
right.
like untouchable semen.
You're right.
He was a
Yeah.
psycho. I
Yeah.
feel bad about his wife. What does his wife feel like?
What happened?
Pretend
I
to be
drink-
Abraham Lincoln all day. It's like, all right, take the fucking head off.
milkshake.
Did he do that?
You know, he was like
method?
he was like method. So like everyone had to act like Lincoln. But you like
So did he have to
all
be
cut the bullshit
a
out?
closeted gay man and then get shot in the
I
head?
think so. My left foot, he was probably fucking getting shit all over the doorknobs and stuff. You know, she had to drag him around on a whatever.
So what's up next for Casey?
Well, I'm promoting the special. That's why I'm here on the podcast today.
Mhm.
I have to I got the podcast. Told you that.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
It's called I Love You, But Your Music Sucks with me and my wife, Courtney McGinnis. I've had
Yes.
several podcasts before that I thought were good.
The
but
good,
I really
the dad
think
and the ugly.
I love that one.
That was a good one.
what
well,
happened
What
to that
happened
one?
to that
They
one?
fucking left me. My best friends. I knew they would.
They all grew up. They had kids. They started fucking.
This is
life.
why I'm mad at sobriety. I mean, yeah, but all my friends just keep leaving.
Who were they?
Will Winter, my best
yeah.
buddy, was a fat cokehead when I met him.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
got
now
hot.
he has abs.
Yeah.
He's sober. A home in New Jersey. He works at Chase Bank and he has 2 children. And I'm like, I did not see this coming at all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he used to smoke crack.
I thought we were.
He's
in
a
this
smoke crack.
together.
He did use to
thought we
smoke
were
crack.
Yes.
Crack.
I thought we were. He like
used to
I
smoke
was
crack.
like the pussy. He like showed me how to, be a wild boy.
Damn,
and
I
now
remember that.
he's like, I
That's-
can't
He
come
turned
out.
you on, and now you can't
Yes.
turn it off.
Damn, I remember.
And
that.
Patrick Schroeder,
Oh yeah, what happened to Pat?
he's such a weird guy. He moved to the town over from my hometown, and I didn't even know until I was there. And I posted. He goes, "You could have let me know." I'm like, "You could have let me know anything about your life." He used to live 2 blocks from me, and he loves the Eagles. I invited him over to watch the Eagles Commanders game. Well, it was
Oh, yeah,
Commanders.
you guys used to go to the
He
turkey's
says,
nest.
I invited him over to watch. He goes, "Who all's gonna be there?" I go, "Fuck. What do you fuck you mean? Who all's gonna be there?
Wow.
You're not gonna come 2 blocks." Because who
Is he
gonna be
married
there?
now?
No, he's got a lady. He's
That's
doing good,
nice,
but they all
yeah.
just cleaned up their act and stopped doing comedy and left me behind. So
Mm.
now I'm with my wife, called I Love You, But Your Music Sucks. It's a beautiful pod.
Do you guys
Uh,
argue on the podcast ever? Has it
no.
gotten in the way of your relationship? at
No,
all?
here's the great thing is that, it's a public forum. So it's the only time I could say what I'm actually upset about in the whole week.
Nice.
And she has to like take it, and I love it.
That's good.
Because she's like, I make it funny, but it's also like I can really say what's going on, and you can't be mad because
what?
you want to try and be fun.
Give an example.
I can't think of it right now, and
Okay.
I don't feel like it would be helpful to try, to be honest. But I like her music. She just hates my fucking music.
What's your
so much.
music?
I
Old,
like. I don't want to say yacht rock because that seems That's
But
not,
it is that.
That's not an
You like
insulting
Bob
term.
Seger, you like Michael McDonald,
Yes, I
Steely
love, like,
Dan,
classic
Doobie
rock
Brothers,
with
classic rock.
But I've kind of whittled it down to more like I love Thin Lizzy, but it has to be yacht rock is specifically I love it because it's jazz influenced.
Mhm.
There's always a bongo. There's always men harmonizing,
Yes.
and that's all I want.
What did Michael McDonald create? The Doobie Bop, or what was it called? The Doobie Bounce.
That
The
little
McDonald
thing he's doing,
bounce?
everyone's copying,
Yeah.
that made me piss in the documentary because Robbie Dupree always gets shit. I watch all these documentaries,
Yes.
and everyone's like, "Fucking Robbie Dupree." Steal Away is a fantastic song, all right? Just because he took the mold from Michael McDonald doesn't mean you can dismiss him fucking outright. He's a good man.
But didn't they call it the Doobie Bounce or
Something
something?
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
The Doobie Brothers. Michael McDonald was in Steely Dan, So they had all these guys.
So
and then
was Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase was in Steely Dan. So was
Original
Toto.
drummer.
Toto
Chevy
made the music
Chase?
for Thriller.
Jeff-
you guys know that?
Jeff
What?
Skunk Baxter.
Jeff
Chevy
Skunk Baxter.
Chase?
Eddie Van Halen played the guitar solo in Beat It
Yes.
and never got paid for it.
Mhm.
And he just did it because his quote was, he goes, at the time we weren't allowed to do any other projects, but I got asked to do it. And I thought nobody's going to listen to this Black Kid's record.
No,
And then
my
it becomes
God.
like one of the biggest guitar. Yeah.
All right. He was already wildly famous since he was a child, so he didn't need to do some
Yeah, but
research.
in like a complete
Yeah.
Chevy
different
Chase was
world.
almost a member of Steely Dan.
No, he played drums when they were in college.
So what happened is they were going on tour, but then they said,
Oh yeah.
and they're assholes. So like they would fire like 30 guys if they couldn't get there. Like,
Yeah,
stuff,
they were
right?
like
So then they had a group of like tight fucking musicians. Michael was one of them.
Jeff Skunk
Toto was
Baxter.
in there. Yep. The whole crew was in there. But then they decided we're done touring. So they fired all those guys. So then Michael McDonald enjoyed the Doobie Brothers. The Doobie Brothers before, another, oh, Blackwater.
Ooh, Black
But
Water,
the lead singer
keep
got
on
sick.
Mississippi, gonna keep on
They hired
bombing.
Michael McDonald to come in. He sings What a Fool Believes. The guy comes back. The whole band's fucking changed. Now it's the Michael McDonald show. He's like, what happened to the Blackwater thing? Now we're doing all this shit. So that's what happened. But then Toto broke away from there. And then they made the music on Thriller. A lot of people think they're just Africa, but they're a lot more than Africa. All right. And it's a
What's
beautiful,
Thriller?
fun music. It's
Michael Jackson,
Oh,
the album.
well, I thought you were saying it's a movie.
No.
no, I was saying it's
They-
an album.
They made the music on that?
They played the instruments in the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were like the studio musicians.
Oh.
This is how I knew I loved Toto. You listen to like Hold the Line, like, and it sounds like a regular classic
How's
rock.
it go?
How's it going?
Hold the line. Love isn't always.
Always on time.
And it was like that could blend in with all the other classic rock. But I'm like, why is that fucking drum going so hard? I was like, the drum is like it does not need that. And I'm like, that's why it's fucking good. It's Steve Porcaro on the drums. He died because he was smoking a joint while he was doing pesticide in his garden.
Fucking legend.
And he's incredible, man. He's an
R.I.P.
incredible man.
Wait,
It's either Jeff or Steve Porcaro. They were both in the band. And I forget
how
which
did
it
he
was.
die smoking a joint doing
They
They
pesticides?
couldn't figure it out, so they found him dead in his garden, and they couldn't really figure it out. His bandmates were like, he was probably smoking a joint, and he had it on his fingers, and he died. So that was it.
Damn,
I thought it was going to be a big fun mystery to talk about, and then that was it.
Sounds like his
Oh.
band killed him because they came up with the idea that it was the pesticides.
But he was the one that was holding the whole thing together. Why would they
Well,
kill
maybe
him?
that was pissing
He
him
was
off.
kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
So you got to be an
Oh.
asshole to run a band, I think.
They laced his weed while he did the pesticide. He died from whatever was in there.
Damn,
Blamed it on the pesticide.
that's
Obviously.
awesome.
Incesticide, great album by Nirvana.
I like
what do you
Incesticide? Incesticide? Are you serious?
It's a good name.
That's not one of their albums, is it? They've got
That's
Bleach.
They have Bleach, Nevermind, Incesticide, In Utero, and
Is it insecticide or incesticide?
Incesticide.
Nice.
That's
Oh, all right.
wild.
Let me look it up. Yeah, I'm almost
That's a
certain.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the album after Nevermind, which a lot of people don't know because it was almost comprised of like B-sides.
Yes.
But they just put it out because Kurt was so hooked on heroin that they couldn't get together to like record a whole entire new album. So they
Mhm.
put this stuff together, and then he got off heroin, and they came together for In Utero, and Steve Albini like revolutionized recording with it.
Hell yeah.
Dude, shout out to heroin, man.
How do you feel about it?
No, for real. Like a lot of fucking just legendary music and people. Were
Yeah,
just on
Incesticide.
heroin, bro.
I mean, it built the whole culture.
Compilation album by the American rock band Nirvana. Yes, I am.
How do you feel
Petey,
about
what do you
incest
have?
and porn, Petey? Oh, sorry, you had a question.
Incest and porn.
I had sex with my stepbrother.
I don't know. I don't really.
All right. Did you?
Not even phased.
I don't really like the I feel like they be pushing it a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah. I
what's
feel like the
it
guy
called?
who made Pornhub is just really into it.
Yeah.
He wants to
the
make it
incest,
normal.
Call it the incest agenda.
Yes, it is the incest agenda.
For real.
There
How
needs
long-
to be an incesticide and get rid
For
of it.
real. Did you hear about Kanye? And he said
Sucked
he
his
Sucked
cousin's penis.
dick.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
you know?
Ian's like, I'm back on board.
He
I'm
tweeted-
like,
I forgot.
Kanye,
I just heard about it.
We've
tonight.
all been there.
Yeah.
How do people know this?
He told people.
He said it on
He was
Twitter.
like, yo, I was giving my cousin the spits.
Wait, Kanye
A
said
lot.
it, or
It seems like a lot of young men. I've never been in a situation where I felt like a sexual
it's
charge.
because
with
your
a-
dick was weird and tiny?
Yeah. We all had the. When we
we
were
all
pedophilia.
had the same size penises at the time, I imagine.
Yeah, at birth.
None of us had gone through puberty at the time. I don't know.
Birth.
Did your dick get big when you went through puberty, right? You guys don't even remember because it wasn't a traumatic moment in
Yo,
your
I
life.
remember because I used to beat my shit to Jerry Springer back in the days, yo, when they used to have them wild episodes, and I was like, yo, my thing.
You beat it to Jerry Springer? There'd be like
the
one unattractive woman whose titty might fall out.
Yeah,
and
it'd
they
be
blurred
like,
it.
I have to tell you, I'm having an affair with a horse. And Petey's like, oh shit.
No, I get it. I love that. Like, you got nothing.
Come on.
You got I got to find one titty.
Dude,
Yeah.
on
I
the
used to
screen.
jerk off
Circulars.
to like TLC music videos, and those are only like 3
Oh my
minutes
God.
and 20
To
seconds.
creep,
So you're just
creep.
like,
You talking about creep?
oh my God. Dude, and they're in the pajamas.
Yeah, I thought I saw a
Yes.
nipple.
Oh
like,
my
back
God.
then.
And then a
It's
Madonna
incredible.
music video where
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like dating a black guy and you
Yeah.
pretend you're Madonna.
Mhm. I remember when I lived with my first girlfriend here. Like, I didn't want to. She was very. This is the first time I had a computer because it was hers, and the first time I had the internet, and so I couldn't look at porn.
What year was this, brother?
It was 10 years. It was 11 years ago. It's not good.
Okay,
But so to find porn, remember, you know the movie Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, the Nicolas Cage one?
No.
Well, it's not that good, but he's a bad cop. And there's a scene where he like has sex with a lady on the hood of a car while her boyfriend watches.
Nice.
And I would just watch that over and over. And then my girlfriend's like, "You really like that Bad Lieutenant?" Because it was like #1 every time you log in. Still watching this one part.
I jerked off a lot to Girl with the Dragon Tattoo,
Hey, all right.
the original,
There
Why
was
not?
a.
because she kind of
Oh, dude.
She what?
Some,
She
Oh.
did what?
there's like a brutal rape scene.
Oh, sure.
She kind of just like walks in on the guy and just sits on his cock, and she's like a lesbian, and he just takes it. And
Is
it's
that a movie?
It's a
I
little
remember
rapey.
that in the movie. Wow,
Yeah.
that just sparked
Yeah.
my memory. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Dude,
book.
I
that
just had a
became
core
movie.
memory of jerking off to this movie on HBO called
Core
Just One of the
memories.
Guys
Yes,
with the
She was
girl that
very
has
hot.
to dress like a guy
yes.
in order to like do something, but then she shows her tits at the end, and they're the best 90s tits you've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Oh,
What
90s.
then
about
that-
Rosie Perez, though?
Oh, they're incredible.
Oh, yeah.
90s was the peak for tits.
And tan lines.
Oh, I love tan lines.
I love
feel like
90s
lines
tan
went out of
lines.
style with some shit.
I
dude.
love them.
They're great. I don't know why. I'm like, why
They're
do I
really
like
good.
that your titties are white and the rest of you is
I
brown?
think it's a thing of
very
like,
nice.
You can
whoa,
really see they're
everything's
naked.
exposed
Yeah.
except for this, and
Yeah.
wow,
It is.
I can
I can
it.
see that once
Yeah.
this was covered up. It's because you guys are so retarded that you're like, clothes were on now.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
really
yeah.
is true.
And now they're
Yeah.
not on
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and I can see that they're not there. Wow.
This must be what it's like to have X-ray vision.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see right through her panties. Look
I
at
feel like you give me superpowers.
I'm very boring. I type like sex in a dress. Do you guys look at that? I love when a lady's wearing clothes. I'm such a pussy. I love when
What?
she's wearing clothes, but like a little bit comes off. Because if they're fully naked, it's like, oh, you can be.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fine. But I want it
Sex
to be
in a
like,
dress is
kind of
so-
like, you know,
Yeah.
I
Your,
think
make
it's
them
your
look
sneaky.
porn searches is what a child types in on YouTube.
Yeah.
Truly, it is like sex in a
Google.
dress.
Yeah, yeah.
Big tits, but not too big. Nothing weird. I just type nothing weird in the porn.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Casey, one more time. What do you want the people to see?
Yeah, my podcast is called I Love You Beat Music Sucks. I have a special on YouTube, which you can find at my Instagram at CaseyJ Salengo. It's called Welcome to the Jungle, and I do think it's good. Several very successful people have texted me saying, hey, nice stuff. And I need money. My Venmo is KC-Salengo. And if you want my marriage to work out, listen, you got money. You're watching a podcast. You clearly got fucking time on your hands. Who watches a podcast as an audio form? You got nothing going on. Send me the money. You're helping someone out. Do one good thing with your fucking life. You fucking loser. Jeff, I'm looking at you. And then, thank you.
Definitely like 10 Jeffs.
Petey, what do you want people to get their eyes on?
I got a show every week, every Thursday. Better Days Comedy. Got to get all you guys on. He did it.
You got it. Oh, he did it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's my boy. You're my boy too, though.
I thought you
You're my
moved
boy.
away. That's
No,
how
no,
often I don't see you. You have a weekly show.
Yeah. It's just like a couple months now. But Better Days every Thursday. And just follow me on the gram to see.
Where's it at?
At Second City.
Yep,
in
in Brooklyn.
Williamsburg. Yeah. And just follow me online. Petey DeAbreu.
I cried in front of Second City and everybody saw me.
Why?
Why?
It's a long story.
Tell
You don't
it.
have time to?
Casey?
Yeah.
Would you guys like to stay for the Patreon?
No, I've got to go. But I'll tell this best story.
Okay.
I was I was cat sitting and I thought the cat was dying, right? It wasn't eating. I was texting the lady, I got to bring it to the hospital. She says, no, it's fine. The last night I come home from a show, the cat is barely breathing. And I said, lady, I'm bringing this thing to the emergency room. So I speed to Williamsburg and I bring the cat in and I hand it off. And everybody is so hot. All these in the fucking animal hospital. Anyway, but I go
It's
to park
true.
the car and I come back in. As I'm walking in, I go, how is he? And they've got a little tiny dog and they're going, and I hear one go, fuck. And they're like going like, clear. They're like trying, and they're like giving him CPR. And I just go, I can't. And I walk out, I'm like, and I just start crying.
Wait, they did this to the cat?
No,
To a
because
dog.
I just walked in and it was traumatic because there was like a dead dog they're trying to revive. And
Cover your ears.
so I go to cry in the street. I think I'm like far enough away to be alone. And then I see like a door open. I look up. I'm in front of Second City and there's a show coming out and everyone's just looking at me bawling. And then I just ran away. And then one of the nurses passed me crying too. So,
Casey
but
was
the
like,
cat survived.
That's all I care about.
God,
that the
no
cat
amount of
survived.
testosterone will bring it out of you. I mean, that's crazy. That
I
you're
know.
pumped on testosterone, you're sobbing in the street.
Buddy, I'm an emotional man.
Seeing you without testosterone you'd be a beautiful
I
girl.
can't. I was so wet, crying all the time. So many tears. I love animals so much. The
too.
testosterone can't take away my love for our little friends.
Well, you think they should be trapped on leashes all the time?
I'm not
So-
saying trapped.
Trapped.
I do think that
Get a longer leash. Get a leash. It's like 35 feet.
I have one.
we got to wrap it up, guys. Where can they find you,
Where
Jordan?
can I find you guys?
punchup.live/Jordan Jensen, punchup.live/Ian Fidance.
Yes. Patreon.com/Beanie and Pod. We're going all over. Check us out on the road and we'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.
Doesn't matter what you